Well, definitely it does, but either way, you gotta look at it. That is a wonderful game to play, and if we had to lose, I don't think we would have changed it. 2-point conversion, a battle, the whole game. It's not that hard to lose. It's not like getting blown out. Well, it gives us a little extra advantage, I think. We're quick. Our whole team, we have a lot of speed, so it'll help us out a lot. But we definitely want to win. Last 3 years, I think, we've met up with Leroy, and we've lost him. We're looking to have a big game this week, and then hopefully next week another big game. Penalties. Penalties, we have to limit our penalties, and our line has to block well the whole game. They can't give up any plays. They have to play every single one.
Yeah, well, I mean, any loss, you're going to take that rematch differently. I mean, I think that, you know, losing in a way helped us. You know, we're dissecting film, we're taking a whole new approach because, you know, whatever you did in that first game didn't necessarily work the way you wanted it to. So you're going to take a new approach, you're going to dissect film, you're going to try and do new things. You're going to work harder as a team because you don't want that same feeling, especially that feeling. I mean, to be beat on, you know, essentially the last play of the game is just, you don't want to feel that again. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, any film you see, you're going to find weaknesses that you want to exploit. And, you know, I think that's the beauty of coaching, and our coaching staff's done a great job of, you know, finding that weakness. And, you know, you might see some different things, but I think we'll have the cat out of the bag. Well, running the football-wise, we know they run the double wing better than I think any team in New York State. And, you know, we expect them to keep doing that. I mean, they're not going to go out into some, like, spread 5-receiver formation, but, you know, we expect them to run the plays. And, you know, I don't think they really discriminate against either DN, you know, because I'm sure they run at me sometimes, you know, to bang me up, or run the other way to give me a chase, or, you know, anything like that. You know, the whole thing's a strategy, and they run it very well, so we have to respect that. Without a doubt, because, you know, really sectionals is a whole different season. It doesn't necessarily matter, except for seeding, what you did in the regular season, and that sectional feeling is completely different. And when you have guys like Graham, Hanel, and I who've been on here 3 years, and then even the guys in there who have been there for 2 years, you know, it's a totally different game, and, you know, you're playing to win, because if you lose, you're done. So it's a whole different mentality, but I think the experience we had definitely helps us.
Yep, and I'll tell you what, the kids have been looking forward to this game. I know Oakfield, in the same token, is looking forward to this game. These are battles. They're fun to play in. They're fun to coach. They're fun to watch. I know both teams will be well prepared, and this should be a extremely competitive and great game on Saturday. Yeah, you know, I was very proud of the way that they handled the loss. You know, you handle victories humbly, and you know, the loss. And on the same token, you have to look at what you did. And you know, the kids' comment after the game was that, you know, they got this one out of their system. You know, it wasn't that they thought that what they worked for was all for nothing. They really know that what we did, we know the areas we need to improve upon to play championship football. And that's our goal on Saturday, to play quality championship offense and defense. You know, I think that we're fortunate in the Class C that these teams that, you know, we're playing the last 3-4 weeks of the season are quality teams. You know, so I would rather be in the games that we've been in the last 4 weeks than a blowout game where your kids are just kind of coasting and think the next game is going to be as easy. You know, we've been in 4 very competitive games right at the end of the season, so our kids are in that mindset that they're playing solid, tough football, and there's no gimme games at this point. I'll tell you, it's baptism under fire in that sense. That our center that came in did a great job, and it was in probably the most adverse conditions you could expect. You know, cold, rain, the field footing was absolutely terrible, and you know, he did perfect on all the shotgun snaps. We had no fumble snaps, and you know, so you know, once you pass that trial, you know, this week in decent weather, you know, this will be absolutely easy for him. So we feel that he's ready to go. Yeah, we feel that that's a major part of this game. Last year with Letchworth and Joe Striegel, that speed starts to really pick up on the turf. So if you're a fast team, you're going to be even faster on the turf.